downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Allen off the play fake. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 29-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris. Some strong running, and so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Allen's throw is complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but Cole Beasley, he's in his 10th NFL season, and in 2020, his best year yet. 82 catches, close to 1,000 yards. Loves the freedom that this Bills offense affords him.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bills draw a bit closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Ray McLeod to return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Black 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Well behind the sticks here with a second and throw is incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Allen hit. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
And the Watt family certainly knows how to get to the quarterback. His brother J.J., he led the NFL in that category twice in 2012 and 2015. And now T.J. enters the record books. Led the league in sacks with 15 in 2020, but he plays so hard, he's always around the quarterback. 61 pressures last year, 16 more than the second-place finisher.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready? Black 20.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He finds his target, Ebron. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They go right back to Singletary. And he gets it down to the 32.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 27, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, 27 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here we go. Black 20.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Here's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
McLeod now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On first down, Singletary. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On second down, it's Moss, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
A handoff on the option to Singletary.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Matt Breida, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position. Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football. They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it. And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, 27 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it. Well, as we knew.